The societal harm of misinformation is boundless. The cost of electing candidates who divide people based on false narratives is immense. The cost to society of medical misinformation during the pandemic was measured in lives lost. If we have information and media systems that are feeding us bad information, we're not going to make healthy decisions.
Meedan is a technology not-for-profit, and we work with a very wide spectrum of partners and stakeholders. Together we try and make information more reliable and more accessible, making people able to access critical information that they need at critical times, and then that they know how to use it and what to do with it.
Essentially, we're just modeling the database.
The reason that Meedan is working across technology, across community building, and across research is the issue we're trying to address. It's technologically embedded. It requires community to solve, and it's wickedly complex.
The idea is basically to focus on three major verticals. One is elections, the second is crisis response, and the third is safe and inclusive ecosystems.
Studies have shown that lies laced with anger and hate spread faster and further than really boring facts. Social media has become a behavior modification system, and we are Pavlov's dogs, experimented on in real time with disastrous consequences. They are, by design, dividing us and radicalizing us.
Meedan's partners range from small community activists in sub-Saharan Africa to large media companies like Reuters and AFP and AP, from fact-checking orgs to groups who are doing work on gender disinformation and public health. Messaging applications are turning into the dominant form of media in many countries in the world. It's also a completely moderation-free environment. So you can encounter anything on an end-to-end encrypted messaging platform. This is a critically important environment for doing our work. A lot of our partners are using Check, which is our software, as a platform on WhatsApp, on Viber, Telegram, Messenger, virtually any messaging space.
Check is an open source tool, software, that allows organizations to gather questions from their communities, and then we use AI to help us make sense of this content, analyze it, and then use Check to send back information to these communities which is verified and accurate. It allows organizations to respond to a large amount of claims in a very quick and efficient way. In a time where information needs to get to people quickly and efficiently.
Nous allons la gagner!
¡Viva México!
Elections has been, over the years, a cornerstone of the work that Meedan has been doing.
Brasil, acima de tudo! Deus acima de tudo!
What, for me, is most meaningful in terms of Meedan's impact is the 2022 Brazil election. For that project, we were working with fact-checking partners in Brazil. Instagram put a link to that chatbot on the splash page of every Instagram page opened in Brazil. There were overnight millions of users of that chatbot.
Bolsonaro cast doubts on Brazil's electronic voting system without presenting any hard evidence that backed his fraud claims.
At the end of the day, the candidate that leaned into misinformation in a serious way lost the vote.
One of the election projects I'm the most excited about at the moment is a project that looks at gender disinformation in times of election.
All over the world, women are targeted with overwhelming amounts of fake content, abusive images.
We're running this in 3 countries, in Argentina, Pakistan, and Togo. And the big research question we're asking is there a common trend in how gender disinformation spreads? If we can understand how gender disinformation spreads in time of election, we can then design a program that preemptively addresses those trends before they happen.
Meedan's near-term goals are to serve the critical elections that are happening in 2024 around the world. The US, India, Mexico, and many others are holding really important elections. This is happening in a year when we're seeing ChatGPT and other AIs deployed. Our partners are leading efforts to speak truth to power and are using our software. The world we want to create is a world where human beings collaborate with each other across geographies, across languages, across contexts. And we do a better job as a global community solving the really hard issues we've got to solve.